following content is for mature audiences.
The International Blind Cafe presents.
Yo, welcome to the Breakfast Buffet. It's the International Blind Cafe. If you're feeling down, we gon' brighten your day. You can pay me in money or pay me in play. Like, see what we talking about. Oh, what we talking about. Like what we talking about. Oh, what we talking about. Like, see what we talking about. Oh, what we talking about. Like what we talking about. Hey, yo, welcome to the Breakfast Buffet. It's the International Blind Cafe. If you're feeling down, we gonna brighten your day. You can pay me in money or pay me in play. The more you listen, the more you're laughing. But we all keep it real and always ready to go.
Yo, welcome to the Breakfast Buffet, here live at the International Blind Cafe. I am your host, Judge Raleigh, aka Tremaine, BKB that guy, coming to you live and direct from the tables of the cafe where we talk about any and everything. So come on in, grab yourself a bowl of grits, a plate of eggs, a cup of tea or coffee, or whatever you need as we tune into conversations already in progress live from the cafe.
Yo, what up, Craig?
I'm mad you said what up, Craig.
That sounds so like sci-fi movie like.
Yeah, Craig.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
You know it's not pronounced Craig. It's Craig.
Maybe to you
You
British
guys
people.
need to learn how to speak English. You
Like I
really
said, maybe to you British people.
Yeah, y'all need to learn to adapt, okay? The Spaniards did. You know how many forms of Spanish it is? It's several forms of English. Craig.
That's right.
Say it, Julie. Say Craig.
Craig.
To teach us English ladies some Canadian English.
A-I. It's a long A. It's not E-E. It's not C-R-E-E-G. Craig.
Julie.
It's
Julie,
Craig.
Julie, I have never seen the name that is hearsay, okay? And
Well, you haven't seen anything. Like, how can you say?
absolutely.
That actually made me think about how do people who's like never saw anything, how do they dream? Because
Yeah.
it's a very weird thing to think about. Like, how do y'all dream if y'all never saw anything?
Yeah.
I've
you know,
always
it's funny, you
wondered
dream
that.
the same way you live. You dream the same way. Your dreams just carry on just like your day do, except you have no restrictions.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
dream
but-
in my dreams. I ain't never seen a red light. I make up the intersections. I know they're coming because it's my head.
Yep.
It's
We
my
imagine
head.
what a red light looks like. We imagine what a green light looks like. We imagine.
I just
I just
Well, it's
never.
like when somebody's bilingual, I always ask, so what language do you dream in? Like
That's
if you
a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine somebody just dreaming in Spanish. Everybody speaking Spanish in the dream. But I guess
I
it
do
does
know.
happen that way.
I do know from a personal perspective, when I dream, because I did have sight before I lost it, I don't hear anything. My dreams are silent. I know that people are talking to me, but I don't hear it. Does that make sense?
You're deaf in your dreams?
Colors are so vivid. I mean, unbelievably vivid. Yeah.
But you
But no
got in your
noise.
dreams?
Yeah. But no noise. Like, no. It's almost like the conversation's taking place in my head. Like, maybe I'm schizophrenic. I shouldn't say that, should I?
I mean, it's a little weird that you deaf in your dreams, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm blind in my dreams, but I can still see. I know I'm blind in
Yeah.
my dreams, but I can still see in my dreams.
Yep. Me too.
It's just like
no,
in my
I'm not
dreams.
wrong.
In my dreams, if I dream about somebody that's dead in my dreams, I know that they dead and they shouldn't be there, but I still get in the car with them.
Yep.
But you know, they do say, and they being my mum and my Auntie Barbara many, many moons ago, if you dream about a death, it means that someone's going to tell you they're pregnant or there's going to be a birth. And if you dream about a birth, somebody's going to die.
Well, I never dreamed about any births, and I never dreamed about anybody being dead, but I know that they're dead. Like one time I had a dream about my first wife. I was in a car with her dead mama, and her dead stepdaddy. But I knew they was all dead, but we were still in the car.
You know what that means, right? You're going to get 3 new bills birthed in your life. 3 new bills.
3 new bills?
Yeah.
So we went to money really quick there, didn't we?
I dreamed about my first love's death, and he died the same way.
All right,
Wow.
way to go, Carrie. Way to go, Carrie.
Don't dream about me, that's all I'm saying. Keep me out of your mind. You will forget I exist.
You know what I like about dreams is when you're in the dream, everything is perfectly normal. It could be a great big pink bunny rabbit driving a double-decker bus down the street with elephants as passengers, and it makes perfect sense.
Yes, in the dream, it makes total sense. It's like, yeah.
No, you having them Cosby dreams. You got to
Oh my.
Ooh, girl. You need to change beverages. Drink water before going to bed. Just straight black water.
Yeah. In my dream last night, I was at a hotel, and I went to the elevator. I don't know why I went to the elevator with no shoes and socks on. I had no shoes and socks on in the dream when I went to the elevator. But then I went down to the lobby, and I got off the elevator, and the lobby of the hotel was like a big roller skating ring.
Oh my God. So when you walked out the elevator, did you have roller skates on, or you just...
No, I went in the lobby, and I set my suitcase down, and I opened my suitcase to pull out my socks and my shoes. And then I pulled out my socks and my shoes, and then somehow I walked out the hotel, and I was in like my grandma's old neighborhood for some reason. I don't know, it was weird.
You got dreams that do that too? I've had buildings change from one form to another. I had a dream I was here, and it was something to that effect. I was on my way downstairs. I was talking to my granddad for a while at this house, which made no sense, none whatsoever. And I was going down into the basement, and then at the last minute, he was like, "Where does this go to?" And I was like, "Oh, that's just the elevator." Like, we got an elevator in the basement here that went underground to like another garage. I was like, "Yeah, I keep my car down there." And man was just chopping it up. Yeah, we don't have an elevator in the basement. I damn sure ain't got an underground garage, but I did in the dream. And so there I was.
Sorry, Terrence.
Yeah, you said what kind of car was I driving?
Yeah, what kind of car did you have parked in the parking lot garage?
In my dreams, I'm either in a truck or some type of sedan. It's not a little car, but it's usually more like a
Cadillac.
Something long. Yeah, maybe like a Cadillac or a Mercedes. So you think a
You do like a Cadillac, don't you?
I do, and I like a nice long car. Give me a nice sleek, long luxury, something that you know. That's me all the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's me all the way.
I'm a 2-door convertible, 2-seater sports. That's me.
Yeah, I could dig it. I mean, I understand. I wouldn't mind a vet myself, but
I'll let you come for a ride in my car if you take me for a ride in your car.
Absolutely, Julie.
All right.
Chris, you taking notes on how crazy these people sound, right?
I'm just taking notes on how I can further improve my craziness. I'm learning from the best here.
I like a long, comfortable vehicle because if it's long, comfortable, cushy seats, then you can make love in the back seat.
This is a breakfast show.
I mean,
to be fair,
Accent, Jen, where did that accent come from? a long vehicle.
I was thinking
I
the same
love it.
thing. Like, Jen, she done put a
You've
new
been
accent for the
hanging around
vehicle.
with Tremaine and Terrence too
That's
much,
my
Jen.
southern accent. A long vehicle.
Jen, but to be fair, you said you 4'10". It's easier for you to make love in the back seat than me, baby. It ain't
Well, I'm the
do
one
it
on the
in
seat, so
the
that's all I care about. As long as it's a comfortable luxury vehicle with cushy seats, that's all I care about.
Man, I like falling asleep in cars sometimes. I don't know.
that
Yeah.
man.
I do too.
Yeah, even though the last time I rode with him and my best friend, they complained about me falling asleep in the car, but it was fun.
That's because you expand when you go to sleep.
Do not expand when I go to sleep.
You know what? Do you find that you fall asleep on long road trips because of boredom? Because you can't see?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was coming home from the little functional training thing the other day, and it's only like 12 minutes away. Man, I fell asleep within that 12 minutes. It's just something about the car. I don't know. Something about the car just made me feel comfortable.
Well, there's nothing to do in the car. I mean, there's nothing to see. There's nothing to interact with. It's just.
Yeah, maybe for some people it's that way, but for me it's just the vibration of the car.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. Because I specifically bought an expensive pair of noise canceling headphones so that I can tune out right. Because I bring my own entertainment. I got music.
Well, I do too. But I was just saying.
So it's the ride
do
for
too.
me. I don't need to look out the window. I'm the same way. Matter of fact, I'll talk to whoever's driving. I'm a terrible road trip buddy. I'm horrible because to Julie's point, I can't see out the window, so I'm not interested in looking out the window.
Right.
And there's only so much. If we on a road trip for 4 hours, you better be pretty damn interesting because there's only so much I have to talk about for 4 hours that I'm gonna want to do my own thing. And at some point, I'm gonna let that seat back. I'm gonna put my headphones on, and I'm gonna let Calgon take me away. Okay, that's just what it is. I'm out.
I can't do that because my husband wants me to entertain him.
You're driving. That's entertainment enough.
My husband's like, I need you to keep me occupied, like keep me awake. I'm like,
then we should have flew.
I had those same problems with people in the car. Like, after a while, I just be feeling like, okay, it ain't that I ain't got nothing to talk about. I just don't be feel like talking the whole time or something.
Right.
You got something to do. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. That's what you're supposed to do.
Sometimes I do feel guilty. Like, yeah, I guess I should probably talk to this person or something. It's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Silence is golden though, isn't it? I do actually have a question about that. When you're in a cab or an Uber or whatever, do you feel that awkward silence more?
No,
Sometimes.
Like this week, I came home and it's not an Uber, but it's like an Uber. The functional training people, whatever, sent me home in like an Uber, and I had the same driver for the 4 days that I had to use it.
Yeah.
The first day it was like he was listening to his music. He was listening to a random radio station. The second day he was listening to like Fred Hammond's greatest hits, this like gospel singer. On the third day I got in the car, it was just quiet.
You better run that Fred Hammond album back.
Yesterday when I got in the car,
we've established a pattern, sir. 2 days of me not having to tell you stuff. You better run that album back.
Yesterday when I got in the car, I guess the third day must have been awkward for him too, because the radio was back on the fourth day.
Exactly.
Funny.
So what is he, the passive-aggressive conversation starter? He was like, well, I'm dropping hints here. I gave him 2 days of things I like to talk about. Well, what was you going to say about Fred Hammond and Radicals for Christ?
See, and that's the whole thing about it. On the second day when I tried to start the conversation about Fred Hammond, he just was like,
yeah, this is Fred Hammond's Nothing But the Hits album.
And I'm like, yeah,
so,
Fred
sir,
Hammond.
You don't like anything particular about him. You couldn't pick an album.
He's just like, I'm like, yeah, Fred Hammond, that's my guy. And I'm like, yeah, my wife said I don't really like to listen to old school music. And then I'm like, I'm waiting on him to open up the conversation. He's just like,
So that's it. Fred. Four letters.
yeah, so.
Has an E somewhere.
I try to start the conversation sometimes with the Uber drivers or the cabbies sometimes, but it just don't work sometimes.
Yeah.
I try to talk to if I got the ladies, I'll try to talk to them because just to make them feel comfortable, right?
He's a ladies man.
But how's your day? Stuff like that. Because I'm not trying to rob you, and I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I'm just bopping along, trying to be great. So in that regard, I try to make sure they're at least a little comfortable. I think I met a barber though. She said she charged me $40 to do the whole thing, my head and my mustache and stuff. I'm gonna call her up and see what she's talking about because I've never had anybody else old-fashioned shave me. I've only been the one to do it.
Oh, you have to recommend them to me. I need my head and mustache shaved as well, Terrence.
You only do it yourself?
I only do it once a year,
Man, speaking of mustache and shave, I gotta go to the barbershop. Like, man, I'm over here looking like I did after I graduated high school. Terrence, like I'm trying to regrow my hair out.
Oh wow. Damn. That's rough.
Terrence, you actually had hair at one point.
Tremaine did.
He had hair in high school. It looked like somebody took a piece of pie out the front left side of his hair, but he had hair.
Yeah, I had hair.
Somebody took what?
Yeah, it looked like somebody cut a piece of pie to his hairline, but it wasn't even a triangle shaped pie. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna get a little curve on the end of this pie right here.
It looked like a little kid went in the kitchen and cut their first piece of pie and was like, you know what? That'll do. It just, yeah, no, it was not or maybe it looked like someone started trying to make a mitten.
Like he probably should have just went and got hair follicle implants for that part of his hair. Other than that, his hair was perfectly fine,
I have a photo from when I was maybe 6 years old, and I had long hair, but my mum for school photos had cut my bangs, and I have a really high forehead. In fact, it's not 4 fingers high, it's probably 6 or 7 fingers high, you know what I mean? And she had it like within an inch of where it was growing from.
Oh no, you had baby bangs.
Oh my gosh.
So, Julie, would it be fair to say that you were ahead of the rest?
We got a partner.
Sorry, Julie. I had to.
We got a partner.
I love you.
He started losing his hair. And so he cut all his hair out. And then he let his hair grow back. And then he went and got hair implants. And now he got like dreads. Do Eric still got dreads?
No, he cut the dreads off last year. It was like, it's something different. And then he went through that for a minute. And then he was like, I think I want my dreads back. It's like, dude, okay.
I had some illnesses in my 30s that resulted in hair loss, and I resorted to wigs because I didn't want to do the scarf and everything right. And I went all out. Like, if I'm wearing a wig, I'm wearing a wig. I mean, I had the long blonde curls and dark blonde, dark brunette straight hair and the short, bobby style. I mean, I guess I feel like your hair is your crowning glory. So for you guys that shave your head, I think that takes a lot of balls. I really do.
Well, Julie.
But you look more handsome, right, Terrence?
But Julie, you never felt my bald head.
I thought you were going to say something else, sir.
My bald. No, Julie, I do shave those too. You got to keep them clean. Absolutely.
I am going to be in Chicago in September, so maybe I can feel
Well, Julie,
it.
I don't know about my balls. That's kind of personal, but you can touch my head.
The head.
Manscaping.
Wouldn't
You learn
that
it when
be
you're younger.
pedophilia between me and someone your age?
No, Julie. At this point, it don't matter anymore. I'm 42, baby.
Yeah, but I'm old enough to be your mother, my darling, so I'm just asking.
I mean,
yes, Julie, but I'm also young. I'm young enough to make your vision blurry, so it all works out, right? Right.
At this point, you people have me desperately wanting a stronger brand of tea right now. So
he needs to spice his tea.
You know, you really want your scotch.
I really do really for me to get into the famous grouse, but that's waiting for this afternoon. So I'll stick with the stronger.
Welcome to the recording, whoever just came in.
Oh, hi from
Hey,
Jody.
Jody.
It's Big Jody.
I was walking by. I just saw you guys in here.
I got a question, actually.
What's your question?
Well, not a question. Well, no, I guess it is. The other day, Chris and I were talking, and I mean, obviously, we've never met. In my mind, Chris is sat in front of a roaring fire in his very British looking study or library in the armchair with his glass, very fine scotch in a crystal cut glass, and all the lights from the fire are reflecting off the glass. And I just wondered, is there anybody that any of the rest of you, Chris, is there anybody in the cafe that you imagine like that? Or are we all just like, you know?
I'm just thinking, oh dear God, what kind of tea is she drinking before she goes to sleep at night?
Hey, you know what? She's not the only person. I can see that. Like when Chris talks, I just imagine him sitting in a big old coffee chair and a fireplace and a nice glass right next to him or in his hand, and he just
in a wing chair.
He's just sitting there like, good day.
If I had myself an Archie Bunker chair to sit in, I'd be sitting in it. No, I do have a really desk chair I sit in, a very comfortable armchair, desk chair. And yes, I do have tight glass, Scotch glasses that I drink from. But I don't have a fireplace. I have some old antiques that I inherited from my parents and their parents. But I don't have like a dinner jacket. I just dress in a sweater and casual khakis, whatever, and usually run in my stocking feet. So I don't smoke a pipe. I don't smoke anything at all, unfortunately. But I miss my smokes. But thank you so much for reminding me of that. But I don't have my Archie Bunker wingback chair. I wish I did. Yeah. But it's I don't know. I know lowering fireplace. There's a wood stove at the other end of the house, but it's over there, and I'm over here. So
we should get him one of those fireplaces. Those big fireplaces.
Yeah. Well, it's my imagination, Chris.
Yeah, so, it's my imagination of him too, Julie.
That you are sat in this beautiful study, library, whatever you want to call it, British style, you know what I mean?
I'm occasionally, and I hate doing this to people because I've had a few people in the cafe seem awkward. They start swearing and cursing in front of me. It's like, guys, I swear just as often as the rest of you guys. I just don't do it here.
Yeah, well, they can't see you in your chaps.
Hey, you leave my chaps alone, lady. Those are Berlin chaps.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I just imagine Chris knows the real Sherlock Holmes sometimes, the way he talks.
Yeah. Well, I don't smoke the same stuff he does. I use an 8% solution, not his 7.
Very upper British cast.
Yeah.
I imagine Chris either sitting in the chair or just sitting there taking very good detailed notes.
Hey, forget the notes. I'm using a tape recorder. It's easier on the handwriting. I'm kidding.
Morning, Eddie.
Morning.
How are you?
Recorded?
Eddie.
He wants to be recorded.
Am I being recorded?
Yeah.
No, Eddie, we not recording you. We look like the CIA.
That's a lot of eyes.
I had to put extra eyes in there because of copyright. You know, I didn't want to get copyright infringement, so you know.
Well, we need a lot of eyes around here because none of ours work. So, you know, we got to add those extra eyes.
Hey, everybody.
There he is. Feel free to stick around and get your voice out there.
It's Big Money Dan.
Is there room for one more?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always room for one more.
All right, cool.
At least that's what she said.
Oh my, you are awful. But I like you.
Listen, so ladies and gentlemen, we want you all to meet Dan. Dan is a wonderful voice actor. Okay, you never tell that he is a black guy from Des Moines. Okay.
Or he can be a very tall, red-headed, freckled dude from California.
Close. I'm tall, but not redheaded or white.
You're not
I never called you white.
I thought Dan was white when I first met him. I imagined Dan to be this tall. Dan is like the opposite of what I imagined him. I thought he was like this really tall, really skinny, red-headed white boy from California.
Yep. Yeah, listen, when I first met Dan, I gave him a bag of Cheetos and a bottle of Mountain Dew. I was like, this dude is the one who carries it right here.
Oh my.
I mean, I wish I was skinny, but I'm not, you know.
Oh, you're not? I thought you were.
No, Dan is very.
You to be tall and.
Very intimidating dude.
Built. You know what I mean?
I'm not intimidating. I don't think I am.
He would like.
What you got on my drink?
I guarantee you've never said that.
So what color am I, Terrence?
It's kind of hard to look badass when you're wearing shorts all the time.
I'm Asian.
No, she's a white girl that's always that's causing. She's a white girl. She's like that song, "White Girls Are Trouble."
Oh, that was too funny.
I'm Filipino.
No, it wasn't. I thought they were laughing at me because
that was so hilarious. So in last night's game, I played "Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble" by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And before I played, I told her, I said, "Julie, girls ain't nothing but trouble." So that's what I told her before I played the song. So she's like, "Hey, I know that song."
White Girls Are Nothing But Trouble by Will Smith.
Oh my God.
I thought they were laughing at me because I said Will Smith. But that was my guess. Yeah.
I said, man, for that answer, I got to give you the point.
I'm my maternal grandfather was born in India. He was Indian. So technically, no, I'm not white.
Wow. Interesting.
Julie
I know, I act like I'm white, right, Dan?
Julie won't tell me the whole truth of the matter. She told me
only sometimes.
She told me she used to be a private eye, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, when I first met Julie, I just imagined her as like a retired MI6 agent or something.
I like the sound.
Yeah, that's why I think of her too, yeah.
MI5, I'm a spook.
Yeah, I just thought she was like some type of retired British Secret Service person or something like.
She's a retired super spy.
Exactly.
Well, maybe really I am. I just don't want to tell you where the bodies are buried.
That's why I said I think she told us half of the truth. Like, yeah,
I was a private sticky tongues. Yeah.
Oh, private eye
No,
sauce.
she's got bodies to be. She's got bodies on.
She's got a briefcase with all the tools of the trade at her disposal.
I have phone calls I can make.
She gonna get a call one day from one of her kids. They gonna be like, "Mom, your grandkid's gone," and she's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I have a very special set of skills just for the situation."
Leave my grandchildren out of this.
She gonna be in the backyard digging up the tools. Like, yeah, I'm going to find those son of a.
I'm gonna go find my grandchildren.
Next thing you know, she gonna be coming back in the door with a helicopter. Like, it's okay, I found them. Look on the news. They're gonna be like,
they were just down the street.
We're gonna look on the news one day. It's gonna be like, the city of such and such was burned to the ground by one individual.
Yeah.
He's like John Wick, but in real life.
Yeah. She's the female Liam Neeson.
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's Liam Neeson.
Hey, Christopher's here now too.
Christopher was here all the ways.
Oh, he was here all the time? Oh, I apologize, Christopher. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you at all.
Eddie, how's your headache doing?
Better.
Oh, good. That's good.
What you mean? His headache has always done well. Isn't that right, Eddie?
No, he had a headache that was making him. It was. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought something sounded off this morning.
Eddie, you falling apart over there?
I feel you. I hear you. I got it.
You feel me knocking?
I feel what you're playing.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. I'm smelling what you're cooking.
Is that bacon?
Oh, bacon. Bacon makes everything good. Like everything. I'd eat anything if it was wrapped in bacon. Even scallops. And I don't eat seafood. Because I'm not a lesbian. But there you go.
You see that, Joey?
I was just about to say, that's how we're going to get you your new girlfriend. We're going to wrap her in bacon.
You see that, Joey? All you got to do is wrap that lobster in some bacon.
Oh, yeah. That can be done.
I don't even like. I would have some like bacon wrapped shrimp though, even though I don't really care for shrimp.
I know.
Bacon wrapped shrimp's pretty good.
See, Dan? That's what I'm saying. Bacon makes everything.
A little water. Don't they do water chestnuts too? And bacon. They put a not a pitchfork, a toothpick in it.
What?
Water chestnuts wrapped in bacon, and then they put some sort of sauce on it too.
Really?
Oh, that's kind of good.
Exist.
I like both of those things.
Water chestnuts?
Water chestnuts.
Yeah.
They're made out of water.
Mine's watering.
It better be Canadian.
No, she likes toothpicks.
Yeah.
Here, Chris, go with that Canadian maple syrup again.
Canadian maple syrup sauce with water, chestnuts, and bacon.
You gotta use the American bacon, though. American bacon.
American bacon and Michigan maple
American
syrup.
bacon and Michigan maple syrup. That's right.
No.
Canadian maple syrup.
Well.
Sorry.
Ain't Canadian bacon just ham?
On this one.
No,
Canadian bacon like
is
ham?
a different, thicker cut ham from bacon.
Canadian female bacon is basically sliced pork tenderloin, roasted pork tenderloin. Just slice it and it's rolled up in that was that cornmeal stuff, and then it's sliced and baked or pan fried. It's really good.
I say to the American
That Canadian maple syrup beats American maple syrup, Eddie.
Every second of every day, it beats the American stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got good trees.
Yeah.
Maybe you do, but they're not as good as ours.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah. See?
Mrs. Butterworth.
You guys got
Mrs. Butterworth with the butter flavoring.
You guys got palm trees. We don't.
Yeah, there you go.
That's because y'all don't got good weather.
The weather sucks.
That's right.
Our weather is beautiful, thank you.
It's cold 9 months. It's cold 9 months out of the year out there.
This recording was brought to you on behalf of the International Blind Cafe. However, the views and opinions discussed in this recording are not the views and opinions of the International Blind Cafe. Please follow us on Facebook at the International Blind Cafe or online at theinternationalblindcafe.com. Peace.
To the breakfast buffet. It's the International Blind